So I turned off comments for this one because this is going to be a very short live video. I'm doing it because I want to add it to the blog post, the link of which is in the description. For those of you who don't know, my name is David Shurter. I've been trying to expose my family's involvement for child trafficking for decades now. And I worked with Issac Kappy, who was trying to expose the child trafficking that was going on in Hollywood. And so we worked together, him, Fiona Barnett, and myself. And I'm the only one left standing on the field battling this. So tons of people, including Thomas Schoenberger, had to send me that 3-hour interview of Shawn Atwood with Cory Daniel. I do not, first of all, the fact that it was done years ago. I know that them posting it on December 6th, which is my birthday, was supposed to be Cory Daniel's gotcha moment to me. This is what I find important for that interview. For all the investigators who are involved with this and law enforcement that are involved, now you have that interview. So now go back into all of Cory Daniels, aka the Phoenix Enigma, and Alicia Ray, and all of that. Go back in and look at what they've said throughout the years. And I would have a bingo card so you can mark it. How many times they use the exact same verbiage for each situation. I bet they always say almost the most identical things. I bet. It's what I've seen. It is interesting, Daniel, that Cory and Alicia Ray, I'm obviously not the only person who distrusts you, who knows you're a liar. You were involved with Issac Kappy's death, which was a murder. And so, thank you for that wonderful birthday present. Because I would be willing to bet I waited to do this video. Because I know that the people who are investigating this aren't stupid, and I bet they downloaded all that whole interview. And now they're going to go back and do exactly what I've suggested. How many times have you explained each one of those situations that you explained with when you weren't doing hand signals? And how exact is your verbiage? Because they're going to find out that your shit is rehearsed. That's what they're going to figure out. That's what they're going to find out. So, re-releasing that thing, I knew it couldn't be, because Alicia Ray, you don't look like that anymore. You don't look like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't look like that anymore. So I knew it was an old thing. So for investigators, now you have that 3-hour extravaganza where it was just Cory Daniel and Alicia Ray spouting their bullshit. Now go back through the 7 years now, has it been? And listen to what they have to say. And count how many times when they say those situations, they use the exact same words, in the exact same order, in the exact same timeline. Exact, 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 exact. You will discover their shit is a lie because it's rehearsed. Thank you, Cory. You are just not the sharpest tool in the shed, huh? Since I know Thomas Schoenberger watches this, you offering to investigate my dad and my family, shit, I don't even have to remote view to know how that one's going to turn out. You and Doug Mesner are going to exonerate my family. Oh, we couldn't find anything. That's how it's going to work. Just like with all the homeless camps in Cory Daniel. Oh, there's no child trafficking in any of those homeless camps. Thomas Schoenberger knows every single thing about every single one of those homeless camps. Just because I was nice to you, dude, does not mean I trust you, doesn't mean I like you. It just means that I am a human being. It's like I told you. If I can run into little Georgie Porgy and he breaks into my house all the time and wish him a Merry Christmas, I can do the same for you. The sad part about it is that you're about ready to be claimed by the dark and you're just too freaking arrogant to even admit it to yourself. But go ahead, investigate my family, Thomas. Use all your investigators. I already know how that's going to end up. You don't have to be a soothsayer to know how that one's going to turn out. When you have the criminals investigating themselves, they always find themselves to be innocent. That's how it works. This coffee's warm and it's cold outside. But that's really, I just wanted to do a short live. This is how I look at it. Them re-releasing that thing. And Thomas Schoenberger, if you read the emails, I didn't read most of Thomas's emails or Johnny Dub's emails. When they started to, I want to investigate. Of course you want to investigate my family, dude, because you want to control the narrative. That's how this shit has always worked. You want to control the narrative. Better hope you fucking live forever. I'm just saying. Because the moment after you take your last breath, you're screwed. You're all screwed. And again, 4 little words in the end. When you realize that I've been telling you the truth and I was right, 4 little words. I told you so. But for investigators, take your little bingo card. Now go take that 3-hour thing. I didn't watch any of it. I just sped through it to see what the video entailed. And it's just Cory Daniel and Alicia Ray. If you're so comfortable with yourself, dude, why didn't you just do a new one? It's not like you guys don't do hour after hour after hour podcast. Why couldn't you just do a new interview? But if you read the comments, it's like I told you, dude. There is a whole slew of people who not only don't believe you, but they believe you were directly involved with Issac Kappy's murder. And Thomas, do whatever the fuck you feel you need. You want to investigate, go investigate whatever. You're not going to investigate it. You're just going to make shit up. When it comes down to it, you have been after me more than Sewertown. You need to always let me know what they're doing. That's the whole thing, because you guys know that I don't give a shit and I don't watch any of their stuff. You're all working in league with each other. You all need to be investigated. You all need to be arrested. And you all need to be incarcerated. I say the same shit over and over and over. Michael Aquino, Gabe Hoffman, Thomas Schoenberger, Doug Masico, a.k.a. Doug Mesner, a.k.a. Johnny Dub, a.k.a. Johnny Killrush, a.k.a. Lucian Graves, founder of the Satanic Temple, Cory Daniel, Alicia Ray, Phoenix Enigma, the Sicilian Witch, Jesse Davis, Daniel Dowd, Tara Joyce Randolph, Gio Farnsworth, Manuel Chavez, DeFango. They all need to be investigated. And the more you investigate them, and this Lestat dude, who Thomas can vouch for. Oh, he hates Aquino. You know who Lestat hates worse than Aquino, dude? Victims of abuse. because I have spent years. I knew Lestat before I even knew you existed, before I even knew Cory Daniel existed, before I ever even knew Issac Kappy existed. Flat out. This is all bullshit. They're after your kids. And you can believe whatever the fuck you want. So what? So that Shawn Atwood has 1 million people who watches that video. What were any of them going to do anyway? That's my question. You think that this is a whole, oh, well, if we can control the narrative for a bunch of dumbasses, anyone with a brain is not baffled by your BS. Just saying. In fact, I would be willing to bet that me suggesting that now they can go back and see how many times you say the exact same words explaining the exact same situations throughout the years, I bet they had already figured that out. That's why I waited to do this video. Patience. Let people figure it out for themselves. And I'm telling you, the investigators that are looking at you are not going to announce themselves. They're not you guys. They don't make these grand proclamations. I don't make grand proclamations. However, they're not stupid. Thank you for re-releasing that video, because now they can go compare. Michael Aquino, I know you're still alive. When Lestat came back in, I knew. So on my birthday at 6 o'clock in the morning when I was born, I was soaking and praying. And I went to Mother and asked her to deal with you. And she said yes. She and her sister Pele and her sister Freya. So I would get all of my little fucking Luciferian spells and cult members and all that bullshit together and do whatever the fuck you can. Because there's no wrath worse than that of a woman scorned. You can exemplify that times infinity when it comes to our mother. You taught the wrong person your bullshit. Frankenstein always loses control of the monster, and the monster always comes back to frick his creator's crap up. Consider your crap fricked up.